Hello and welcome along to episode 2 of this short-term FM19 challenge, Saving a Giant with me, Daniel. For those of you that were with me last time, you know that we took over Liverpool. They're threatened with relegation from the Premier League, and we've got to make sure we put things right. And today we tried to do that in our first home game, as we play Everton in the Merseyside derby. They're managed by Sean Dyche, and this couldn't get much bigger for us. What a start to our life at Anfield. Can we get the fans on side immediately? We continue in our manager's legacy from our head coach series earlier in the year, but this time we're focusing on matters at the bottom of the league. Can we get Liverpool out of trouble? For those of you that haven't met the squad and don't know anything about the players we've got to work with, please do go back and catch up with the last episode. A massive thank you to everyone that's watched it so far. I really do appreciate your support with the series. If you are enjoying it, then please do put a thumbs up on the video, and if you're new to the channel, then subscribe for daily FM19 content, as well as regular career mode videos from Cricket 19 and Snooker 19. But episode 1, we went and met all of the squad, as well as the staff we're going to be working with at the club. We half decided on a tactic, which is the one we stuck with in the end, and you can see we've already played our first game away at Leicester, and it was a topsy-turvy game, but in the end it was a dream start with 3 points. It doesn't take us any further from the relegation zone though, just 2 points clear, albeit with a couple of games in hand, although one of those is against Arsenal, and the other is against Everton this week. We're playing a Thursday night Merseyside derby on TV, a very strange situation indeed, but fingers crossed we'll be able to get the 3 points to make it 2 wins out of 2 at Liverpool. We've obviously talked a little bit about our transfer budget as well. Hopefully you guys have been letting me know where I need to strengthen in the January window, and whether you want me or my director of football in charge of transfers. Of course this manager in his career has plenty of dealings with directors of football, but we're not doing the head coach series anymore, so if you want me to take charge of them, I'm more than happy to. But let's go and take a look at that one result away against Leicester in the Premier League. We absolutely romped into a 4-0 lead in this one, having not won a game in a couple of months before we joined. I take aside the Carabao Cup, of course, where we've exclusively been playing lower league opposition. In the Premier League, the last win was after the international break in September, a 1-0 win away at Tottenham. Since then they had 8 games without a victory, just 3 points and 5 defeats in that time. But 2 goals from Vinicius Jr., as well as Brewster and Jimenez, the 2 strikers, put us 4-0 up with 45 minutes gone. Though they did get one back in stoppage time, Leicester, and in the second half we tried to collapse. Morella got an early goal to make it 5-1 before we conceded 2 more before the 70-minute mark, and in the end we had to go to 1 up front and a much more defensive tactic, which just about shored things up for the rest of the game, although Leicester did have 1 more disallowed. But a pretty good start nonetheless, and it does suggest what we were expecting with our tactic. It's going to be absolutely brutal going forward. We've got enough talent up front to threaten anyone, 3 brilliant strikers and one of them still out injured, and once he comes back we may score even more. But at the back we have struggled a little bit, and in this game if we do get a lead, I think we'll have to consider going defensive a bit earlier. But let's go and get into that match. We're here for the Merseyside derby, why would we focus on anything else? It's going to be a brilliant game and occasion. You can see we're very slight favourites at home, as both teams in inconsistent form, but Everton 6 points ahead in 9th place, and they've got a game in hand on most sides too. Just to make you aware ahead of January, I did go to the scouted players page for Liverpool just to see who they'd been looking at in recent months, and second on their list in terms of scout reports is a man you may remember from last season in the head coach, Shea Ben Harouche, the Israeli left winger. He could be a superstar joining the club. So if we do leave them to our director of football, he's the sort of player we've got to look forward to. I also saw Saba Pap in there as well, the young centre-half we had at Napoli. The Hungarian's been a rotational option there, and he's still a fantastic young centre-half. So Liverpool scouts and director of football certainly looking at brilliant young players, but whether they'll be able to bring any of them in, we're not going to find out until at least a month's time. Anfield sold out, as you would probably expect. So let's go and see the lineup we've picked for this one. Just Trent Alexander-Arnold struggling for fitness, as you'd probably expect moving into his mid-30s. We've got no one outside the 18 who could be in the squad, as all of them have picked up little knocks. Lewis Cook got injured just a day or 2 after us joining the club, and although Antunes, the star striker, is on his way back, he's not quite made it to full fitness yet. It was good to see all of that front 4 get a goal in the last game. Vinicius Jr. obviously getting 2. Morella picked up his first for the season, and Brewster and Jimenez Jimenez ended goal droughts. So I'm really looking forward to what this game could bring. The only slight controversial pick I've gone for, Diamandi is the backup left back at the club. The Ivorian's 3-star ability, and he's much better defensively than Antonin Lambert, a player who is rated a little bit better. So for this game I'm not quite sure what to go for. We may even switch it back due to our defensive woes last time. Lambert will come back in at fullback, but it's the one position I haven't quite decided my starting options. We did our little chats with the players off camera, the 3 that were unhappy at the club. Vita Hugo's decided he wants to go regardless. He doesn't want to wait to get first team football, and Amari the centre half wants to play in Europe, and we've agreed that we'll sell him in January. So that means that Botta and Lusumar will start. All 3 are very evenly rated, so we're playing the 2 that want to play for Liverpool. The other one can just run away in the window. The 4th centre-half who was also unhappy, he's just coming back from injury now, but he's happy to stay for the rest of the year. He was comfortable with our explanation, saying it's a new regime and we'd give everyone at the club a chance. But let's go and get into the Merseyside derby. We've got Manolis in goal, Alexander-Arnold and Lambert the fullbacks, the left-back the only change from the last 11, Lusumar and Botta at centre-half, Benitez in that Segundo Volante role, similarly to what we did at Newcastle and at Napoli as well, and in the deep line playmaker role in midfield, Antonov fills in there. We've not really got a good backup option for him, so hopefully he'll continue to perform well. We've got Morala and Vinicius Jr. on the wings, Jimenez and Brewster up front, a complete forward and advanced forward as the combination, and the 4 of them seemed to be deadly last time. On the bench, one player we didn't meet last time round was Dave Connolly, a young centre forward, a 20-year-old wonder kid from England, loads of under 21 caps for his country, 6 Premier League appearances for Liverpool, and he scored 4 in 3 games in the Carabao Cup, and he looks really solid across the board. So we want to try and get him substitute appearances where possible, but we're not going to risk that in the Merseyside derby. If the game's tense, we're not bringing on youngsters. But let's go and get into this game against Everton. Can we win the big derby, and will we get the fans on side by the end of the day, or is it going to be back to the drawing board? As we get into the game, of course, and see Everton playing a 4-4-2, let me know in the comments what you think of our new tactic. I think it's the best with the players we've got, and it seemed to work okay at Leicester, even if we were a bit vulnerable defensively. They've got Matt O'Reilly in central midfield Everton, a youngster at Fulham in real life at the moment. The rest of them are all regens, and of course the last 2 seasons of the head coach we didn't manage in England, so for clubs that haven't been at the top end of European competitions, we don't really recognise any of the names. No other standout from previous clubs, except for the right back Pedro, the man we obviously had at Newcastle, who helped us to Premier League glory. We know he's a really solid footballer, but he's obviously pushing the wrong side of 30 now. He's got a poor average rating in the Premier League this season, but at least he is another familiar name. I don't recognise anyone on their bench either, so we're going to go and tell the lads to pick up where they left off. Our assistant manager Yarovinsky recommends it, and I think he's going to be right on this occasion. We just need to get off to a flying start. If we go 1 down, it's going to be very nervy. Everton have got the most inconsistent record in the Premier League. Won 5, drawn 5, lost 5. You never know what to expect from that club, but I'm hoping we'll be able to do the job today. A real buzz around the training ground. Antonez isn't fit, so he's just being rested. I know we could say that he's absolutely not ready to start, but I don't want to put any pressure on players. I don't want to make it look like he's not got back to fitness. We've made the decision to rest him from the lineup. We don't want to play a shirk in the derby, and I'm sure we would have played if we'd asked him to. It's Alexander-Arnold with a throw on the right. The first attack of the game, but Everton win it back, and now they're on the counter with Kamara. It's the one problem we've had early in the games, particularly at Leicester as well. O'Neill into Mendy, a brilliant effort just wide of the post. We have looked vulnerable on the break. With a Segundo Volante and a deep line playmaker, I thought we would have a pretty good shape. As you can see it there, they're both sitting pretty deep, but on the counter attack we seem to get caught out. I say that as Vinicius Jr. goes running in, but his touch is slightly heavy and Webb can smother it and clear. Alexander-Arnold wins the header though, plays a 1-2 with Benitez, up to Morala the right winger, who's cut inside to the centre circle. A terrible switch of play and it's intercepted, and O'Reilly can bring it away for Everton. Here's Kamara running at the Liverpool defence, Mendy again with a shot, as Manolis makes the save to his left hand side. Across into the box for Everton, Vinicius heads away. We had a warning to close a player down, which we'll go and take a look at in a moment, but let's just see out this Everton attack. They've absolutely dominated so far. 6 shots to our 1 and they're right on top of this one. We're going to have to drop to a balanced mentality. O'Reilly finds Conte on the left-hand side. Back to O'Reilly on the edge again. Brilliant save by Manolis, and we've really got to rethink this tactic. Against the lower half sides it may well work, but Everton are far too good for this. Lucimar heads the ball away to Antonov. Up to Brewster on the counter-attack. He finds Morella on the right, and now there's 3 in the box. There's the benefit as Brewster wins the header, but he's glanced it just wide of the far post, and with 20 gone it remains goalless. Everton have certainly had the better of the game, so we're going to demand a bit more from the lads. We've got a throw on the right with Alexander-Arnold. We've got to go back and get rid of a couple of warnings. Yarovinski is certain that they're causing us trouble, so a couple of lads have been given instructions to close down. Lucimar's got the ball at the back for us though. Again the switch of play doesn't work out. Pedro, our former player, intercepts as Medic gets it into Kamara. He curls it into the far corner. Everton lead in the Merseyside derby, and it's a disaster for us at Anfield as we edge closer to the relegation zone. The fans are going to hate us at this rate. We've certainly got a lot of work to do. We see a free kick at the other end for Morella, but he puts it wide, and with half an hour gone, we're yet to even muster a shot on target. It's Conte in the middle for Everton. Out to O'Neill on the left-hand side. Plenty of space to run into, but he goes back into central midfield. O'Reilly and Conte play a 1-2. Benitez nicks it high up the pitch. This is where we got a lot of our goals against Leicester. Morella on the right, across the box, headed away as far as Benitez. Vinicius Jr. cutting in from the left. His shot deflects off an Everton defender, and it's behind for a Liverpool corner. We're getting back into the game and looking threatening on the break as Antonov delivers an in-swinger. It's a terrible corner straight into the arms of Webb, and the Everton keeper holds it comfortably. 10 minutes to the break, it remains 1-0 to Everton, and we've certainly got a lot of work to do, but we can't let in another goal before the break. I say that as Kamara scores. That is ridiculous defending. What on earth are we doing at left back? We've brought Lambert in and we're ending up regretting it. He's had an absolutely shocking game. We're going to ask them to show some passion. The half-time team talk's going to be a hairdryer. Morella gets it on the right to Benitez. Can we nick one undeservedly? We can't as Webb tips it wide for a corner. I'm so disappointed with the defending. You can probably sense how angry I am as Antonov delivers an outswinger. It's headed away as far as Vinicius. He gets the cross in but it's blocked, and Antonov recycles possession, but the highlight ends and it's still 2-0 to the away side. A terrible performance, and the Liverpool fans won't accept that as Antonov forces a save from Webb. Alexander-Arnold on the right, back to Benitez and now Morella. In towards Jimenez who loses the header. Antonov finds Benitez again. Can we get a shot away? We can't. Out to Lambert on the left, it's a poor cross again, and Benitez gets it wide to Arnold. Plenty of promise but no real chances as Everton hack the ball away. It's a corner kick as we've got 2 minutes of stoppage time. Can we nick one before the half-time whistle? Antonov with an outswinging corner. Again he's found it straight into the arms of Webb. Terrible set pieces from the central midfielder. What an awful bit of play. We've really not performed in this half. We came out of the blocks flying against Leicester, but this performance has been an absolute disgrace. We'll go and talk to the lads and calm down. Yarovinski says it's disappointing. It's been far more than that, but we can't say anything else. Show something else in the second half. I'd like to be far more harsh. We've got attacking players performing awfully, continually giving away possession. We've got a central midfielder that's somehow on a 6.8, despite hitting every corner into the arms of the opposition keeper. The fullbacks are really struggling, and I'm not quite sure how we change this. A comfortable 5-3 win last time out, goals galore and chances galore, and we don't look like we could muster a shot on target if our life depended on it at the moment. We managed to in the first half, but they were both awful shots from distance, and they never look like going in the back of the net as Kamara's been all over us. We're on the attack here, but again on the counter. Look how easily Everton get out. Lucimar finds Lambert as we can come forward on the left-hand side. Back to Lucimar again. An aimless ball down the left, but Vinicius Jr. wins it back. He cuts inside and finds Jimenez. A brilliant effort and a fantastic save from Webb. That's a little bit more like it, but again it came luckily after an aimless ball. Antonov with a corner which Pedro heads away. Lucimar down and it's cleared by Everton. Still no good set piece deliveries. Unfortunately it's still 2-0. Vinicius Jr. and Lambert on the left. Antonov plays a 1-2 with them. Good ball in but it's headed away. Antonov can't get it back. We've been really weak in midfield, continually dispossessed, and Pedro's got it a right back now as Everton look comfortable in possession. Pedro playing a 1-2 with the centre half. They're completely completely comfortable there, no pressure on them at all, and Webb can get it long downfield. Lambert wins it back for Benitez. Antonov over the top, brilliant ball for Morella, and Webb makes a fantastic save again. The Everton keeper is absolutely flying, and he's keeping them 2-0 ahead. It's Antonov into the box, doesn't even beat the first man this time. He's going to be coming off shortly. He's got the best rating of any of our outfield players, and I can't quite work out how. It's a long ball down the right hand side for Liverpool, pretty aimless in truth. Webb gets the ball out to Alexander-Arnold, who recycles possession and finds Morella. He runs at the defence, it's fallen nicely for Brewster, and out of nowhere it goes in. Webb got a hand to it and he may be disappointed, but Liverpool have got a lifeline in this game. From the half-time position, a draw's a good result, and at least would give the fans something to sing about. It's Lambert at left back again to Antonov. He's got a man inside in Benitez. Goes long downfield towards Brewster, but again it's an aimless long ball. We've got it on mixed passing length. I think we might have to go a bit longer. O'Neill finds the left back who shoots over the bar. In fact, it was Elsmendi running from deep. I wasn't expecting him to pop up there. Let's go and look at the team instructions. We're going to tell the lads to whip him crosses. The mixed ones haven't been working as we've not really gone up for a header, and you can see how many of the performances have been poor. We're going to drop our tempo very slightly. I just want a bit more control in possession, and we're going to pass it a little bit shorter. Hopefully we'll be able to keep the ball better. Nearly an hour gone and we'll get back into it. We're going to encourage the lads as most of them are nervous. We really want to get them performing at their best. Let's see if the team talk makes any difference. I'm pretty sure it won't do too much. Most of the lads haven't reacted at all. The same 5 are nervous and the rest remain motivated. Just over an hour gone and we'll think about subs in a moment, but we'll give these lot 5 more minutes to make a difference. It's a free kick for Morella. Can we nick an equaliser? Over the bar comfortably. Time to make some changes as nothing's really happening. Chiesa will come on for Vinicius Jr. He's had an absolutely awful game. Comfortable as an inside forward on the left or around Deuter. I think we're going to stick with the inside forward for now. Antonin Lambert comes off at left back. Diomande back on for him. And then Jimenez the striker's had a poor game. So Dave Connolly's going to come on up front. We might even put him as a pressing forward just to get as much pressure as possible on the defence. He'll stay on an attacking duty for now and we'll get back into it and go back to positive. Can we nick an equaliser from somewhere? Fingers crossed we can get a point in the derby. It's 15 to go though and it's an Everton corner. Lucimar heads it to Kamara. Out to the right to Medic. There's no one in the box. Alexander-Arnold has to hack away. O'Reilly finds Conte on the edge for Everton. Into Medic too easily. Luckily his shot's tamed straight at Manolis. I didn't think we deserved to get away with that. Just over 10 to go and Everton still on top, but now we've got possession on the halfway line. It's a long ball forward. Look at the mistake. What a mistake by the Everton left back. Tom has an easy chance to deal with. It's an aimless long ball forward by Lucimar. Tries to knock it down for his centre half, but heads it straight into the path of Connolly. He's pouncing 6 yards out, and the young wonder kid rifles it into the roof of the net. It's 2-2 with 10 minutes to go. Now can we go and nick an undeserved winner? Lucimar gets it out to Diomande, the left back. I'm probably getting louder here, but the excitement is building. We do not deserve something out of this match, but I'm certainly going to take it if we steal it. It's Connolly knocking it down for Chiesa. What an impact he's made, the youngster. And now Antonov's got it in the middle as he goes wide to Diomande, the left back. Into the box and he's headed away, and Everton try to counter, but Lucimar's attacking it and gets there first. Botta goes long over the top. Morella's brought it down. He beat a man. Connolly scored again. What a moment that is. It deflects down, it hits the post. A defender's missed interception, and Dave Connolly has scored 2 of the worst tap-ins you'll ever see, but I think they're going to win us the Merseyside derby. We drop back to a balanced mentality, and with just 5 to go, we've turned it around. 3-2 to Liverpool at home at Anfield. This could very much get the fans on side. Pedro's had the worst game for Everton, and he may have just helped out an old friend there. It's Alexander-Arnold with a throw on the right. We've lost possession, but we're lucky to get it back immediately. Botta finds Arnold again. Can we get it forward long now? Dave Connolly goes up in the air, but Pedro beats him to it. It's out to the right hand side for Everton. Please let us hold on in this one. Lucimar gets it down for Benitez, and now Brewster's in from the long ball. In 1-on-1, it's a good save from Webb, and Medic heads it away further. We've got a throw over on the left hand side, and now we're going to change our tactics slightly. Time wasting all the time. We want to regain possession. We want to retain control of this game. In transition, we want to slow the pace down. We're in absolutely no rush to get forward now, and we'll hold our shape when we win it it as well, a bit more similar to our Newcastle tactic. We always used to do this when we were 1 goal up, and I hope it'll work again today. Diamande with a throw on the left hand side. 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. It's an awful throw, but it's back to Antonov. Can we just keep it and calm the game down? Out to the right hand side for Alexander-Arnold. He delivers into the box. Pedro heads it as far as Antonov. Chiesa finds the midfielder again. It's out to Diamande on the left hand side, and his cross is deflected behind for a corner. A perfect ending to this game at the moment. I wish in FM you could take short corners. We'd be hogging it down by the corner flag there, but in the end Antonov puts it into the hands of Webb again. His corner delivery has been absolutely woeful, and even though he's the best corner taker at the club, we're going to go and take him off them for the next game. Pedro with another poor header for Everton, although we've lost it on the left with Chiesa. It's a long ball forward towards Kamara for Everton. He's already scored 2 in this one, but Manolis the keeper clears it long after good defending by Diamande at left back. He's certainly going to start the next game, as Lambert hasn't quite performed today. The back post Diamande wins another header, but it's only to the edge of the box for Everton. Across is blocked to now Pedro. Luis Felipe into central midfield. They're keeping it well and the pressure's still on as Pedro's overlapping at right back. He tries to deliver, but Lucimar clears and Benitez can hack it away for a throw. 15 seconds left. I think we've done it. Can we just hold on for the throw-in being taken? Please blow the final whistle, referee. Kamara's still going. Lucimar wins it back, and we've turned it around after half-time. 2-0 down at the break to Everton, and Liverpool nick the Merseyside derby 3-2. Awful defensive mistakes from Everton, and Dave Connolly, the wonder kid off the bench, has just written himself into Anfield folklore. What a fantastic turnaround, and what a super sub he's been. A chance to start in the next game perhaps, but we're going to tell the lads that was excellent. They've done brilliantly to come back and win it, and we're extremely proud of that performance. We'll go and see what the media have said about the game, and how far that lifts us in the Premier League table. A fantastic end-to-end game, two sides starting to get marooned at the bottom of the league. Brighton stay on 12 points for now, and we move 5 points clear of that relegation pack, but we are in 14th place and still in a little bit of trouble, though if we go on a big run, we could be catching Everton very soon. A fantastic result, and the manner of victory was arguably better than we could have asked for. Dyche will of course be disappointed with his Everton side, but we triumph in the Merseyside derby, and that's all that matters today. We'll take the plaudits for our half-time team talk, and we've got our skipper on side very early. He's coming out and praising us publicly in the press. We can't ask for much more than that after 2 games. So a fantastic home debut for Liverpool, a dream start in the derby, and it all looked like it was going so differently at half-time before a fantastic turnaround late on. As a result of our Premier League form, I think we will be able to relax a bit soon. I know we could end up losing to Arsenal next time around, but then I think against Brighton we could get 3 points. That's going to be the crucial one, as they're in 18th at the moment, and if those all go well, then we'll be back for the City game in the Cup quarter-final. We want to have a chance to win trophies while we're here, and a Cup quarter-final is the best chance we'll get. Let's see where Manchester City are in the league. They're obviously going to be up in that top pack. They're in 2nd place level on points with United, so this is going to be a priority for them too. So I hope you'll come and join me for that last 8 tie. But if you did enjoy that fantastic Merseyside derby, please do put a thumbs up on the video. I really appreciate the support with the series, and I hope you're enjoying the drama as much as I am. Certainly 2 entertaining games for the fans to start with, and they'll certainly admire our attacking football, even if we worry them a bit at the back. Let me know in the comments where you think we need to strengthen in January. You're obviously starting to see where our pitfalls are. I really think we need to get a top-class central midfielder in, as that's the position we're really getting caught short the most. Vinicius Jr.'s had 1 brilliant game and 1 awful one, so I can see why they're scouting Ben Harush, and there's no real backup to him at the club, so at 31 that could be a good idea. Our director of football stay in charge of them unless you tell me otherwise. If you all want to see me managing the transfers, then of course I'll take charge at the start of January. Subscribe to the channel for daily FM19 content. Firstly, from our One Club long-term story with Torquay United. We're in season 15 of that one, and we've got some landmark moments in that series. It's probably been my favourite season so far, so please do go back and check it out. We've also got this challenge continuing over the next couple of weeks as we make sure we secure survival for Liverpool. Can we get a little subplot going? Can we win one of the domestic cups? Or will we be able to sign some world-class players? Maybe 1 or 2 we've worked with before. The lads we mentioned earlier in the episode would be nice. There's also 3 episodes a week from my Cricket 19 career, every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday at midday. A massive thank you to everyone that supported that series, as well as the Ashes Test playthrough we did beforehand. I've been really overwhelmed by the support with both series, and I can't thank you enough for trying my cricket content. A massive thank you to everyone that's done so, and if you're a fan of other sports games, then please do check them out. Then finally, our weekly Snooker 19 career content continues every Friday at 4:30. But a massive thanks for watching this one and your continued support with the new series. I really hope you're enjoying this short-term challenge, and I hope to see you next time for another massive game as we play our quarter-final against Man City.